This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We're talking about businesses that from the outset it looks like they just don't care. Hello, Barbie.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Barbie. What sort of business did you encounter? Tell us about it.
Okay, so we wanted to get ourselves a lotto ticket. We were feeling a bit lucky and we had a look to see who would be open. We Googled to see who's still open, went to a news agency and they were not open. And feeling disappointed and then also having to rush to find somewhere else, I left a Google review just saying, I can't comment on the service because we didn't get any because it wasn't open when it was advertised as being open.
Oh, Barbie, that's a bit of a barb.
Hurtful, Barbie.
I've never met anyone that's left a Google review, so
No.
I am excited about this.
Well, 2.5 weeks later, late on a Saturday night, I got a reply from the owner that said, screw you, we don't need you.
They don't
Consequently,
care.
I haven't been there. I've never shopped there. I have never shopped there
Well, then
because
I'm
I've never
trying.
been there before.
You know how they're still open? Because they don't need you.
I know. Do you know, sometimes I just stand there and look at it.
I refuse to go in.
I do. I thought I might go in, pick up a whole heap of stuff and then walk out and say, oh, screw you, I don't need you.
Yes.
I didn't. I don't. I'm not that person.
You want to
I
be
just
like in
shop
Pretty
elsewhere.
Woman, go back with all your
God.
a whole lot of
Purchases,
magazines
yep.
that you bought somewhere else and say, big mistake, huge. That's what you
so
want to do.
good, Barbie.
Brilliant work. Thanks, Barbie. Kylie, hello.
Yeah, hey.
Morning,
All right,
Kylie.
Kylie, have you encountered a business that doesn't care?
Oh, yeah. I was down at Frio Market, one of the markets down there in the food court area.
Yep.
And back in the day before you were staring into your mobile phone, I was just waiting for someone looking around, observing everything.
Yeah.
And I see the kebab shop guy, he's run out of meat, so out the back he goes, comes back out with a new big stick kind of, the slab of meat that they put on the rotisserie there.
Yeah.
On the way back, his phone rings, so he's got to take a call, right?
Yeah.
Where else does he chuck the big slab of meat but on top of one of the rubbish bins? I know it was not plastic wrap, it wasn't covered in anything, just this raw chunk of meat straight on top of the bin, takes his call, and then, finishes up and toddles back over and puts it up ready for lunch.
Oh, no!
Kylie.
yeah,
That's an absolute cracker. Oh, that's so good.
No amount of garlic sauce is going to kill
I
that.
believe my eyes.
You know what? No one would have known.
No, he's about to cook it for, I don't know, they cook
He's
those things for
fine,
ages.
But it's brilliant.
Yeah.
And I love that in fact that he did not care who was watching him do it.
No, didn't even think twice. But he's raw meat.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Always good to have Jeremy McGovern in the house, of course. The Governor, good news on the horizon, I believe. Gov won't be too far away from playing.
Yeah, I'm running. I'm back running and just trying to build now over the next couple of weeks. So, sooner rather than later, it's exciting.
Now, it's great getting to know you. Some people know you a little bit more than I do because I was just asking you about your family and said, what did your dad do? And what did you tell me?
He used to play footy.
Yeah, that's the reason Sean
then I said
always
that-
calls
then
him
I-
Andrew McGovern.
And then I said to Nat, did you know that? No, I'm like, duh.
Yes. Everybody knows that.
So you used to play with Gov's dad.
Yes, I did. So the Gov's dad first played for Claremont. Then he got drafted to the Sydney Swans and played over there. Fremantle recruited him back, and I played with Andrew, Gov's dad. But before then, when Gov's dad came back, I played in 1994, East Fremantle versus Claremont in the grand final. My whole job was to start in the middle because I was a wingman, but I was starting on ball, which is in the middle of the ground, on Gov's dad. That was my setup for the day.
When back then, do you remember little Jeremy McGovern running around?
Oh, I remember Gov having kids when we were at the club because that was, I mean, I was going to Metros doing my best work. So it was hard to comprehend that people had kids, older guys, and
That is disgusting.
So it's sort of so Sean, when you see somebody like Gov, a glittering AFL career.
Oh, but I was filthy, and I am filthy, obviously, that Mitch and Jeremy are playing for the West Coast because his dad,
Mitch isn't. Mitch plays for
Carlton. Because rightly it should be that they would have gone through the Fremantle doors.
Did he not play enough games for father-son? Is that
No, Dad was a bit short, I think.
really?
I don't know what the criteria is there. I think it's 100.
100,
Yeah,
yeah.
Dad was just under that. I think it was around 70-odd games.
How many have you played? West Coast?
Just over maybe 160, I think.
Yeah, so Hudson McGovern,
Yeah, Hudson.
who made his debut at Oz Kick this weekend, last weekend.
Yeah, he did. He kicked 6. Did he, fella?
I heard it's pretty controversial. I heard that he was seen without his mouth guard.
Yeah, look, he didn't have his mouth. Well, there's no contact, Nathan. So
But-
it's controversial to him because that was a
course.
pivotal part of his kit.
Yeah.
Playing was his mouth guard.
And then he
that
forgot it.
We absolutely butchered. I tell you what, it wasn't a mouth guard. It looked shocking.
Oh, really?
You just
Was
heat
it
it
the
up
one?
in the
Was
hot
it the one
water.
you boiled?
The hot
and then-
water
yeah.
one, and trying to get a 4-year-old kid to bite down and put it on properly.
Can't
and-
you just put a wedge of lemon, orange in his mouth?
Yeah,
that's-
you know, when you used to pretend.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I said.
his
to him,
teeth are
just
gonna
throw
fall
the
out
orange in,
soon
mate, you'll be
anyway.
fine.
Look at those lolly teeth.
yes, exactly.
Wedge them in your gum. It's important to know, I know you've been talking about Hudson was so pumped with his kit and stuff like this. I want to know the boots, because they're the pivotal part of what you're wearing on game day is your boots, and so many colours
Sure.
as everybody sees now. What's he gone with?
Nah, of hard black.
Oh, really?
I'm getting
Just
him into the
classic
black one so far. He hasn't actually said it. To be honest, he just sort of follows whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I've said I've got black boots. He said I want black boots. I said,
Okay, good.
Good lad. Stay with the black. It'll be a matter of time before
Oh, for sure.
the fluorescent orange and
Yeah.
blue and stuff will come out.
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep him.
So
in
that's the
black as long
thing.
as
So you
possible.
would show your personality through your boots. Is that right?
Yeah, but no, for so long it was only black boots, right? And then the
Really?
Brisbane Lions one year when they were playing in premiership after premiership, Adidas gave them all a pair of these white boots with
Yeah.
red tongues.
Ooh.
And
Warwick Cappy
everyone
used to
thought,
go the white boots
here
too,
we
didn't
go.
he?
Like
Yeah.
you're getting ahead of yourself here,
Yeah,
wearing
yeah,
white boots. Anyway, they dominated. So then
Yeah.
everyone went, oh, I'm going to wear white boots from here on in.
And now it's open slather.
So you can wear whatever.
White's pretty stock standard.
Yeah.
Like
White's
if,
the new
if
black.
you're wearing white, you're
It's
just
like
on
it's
par.
the gold
It's a
or the hot
fluorescent-
pink
So
or
wait
the.
there. So you can all wear different coloured boots now when you're playing on the same team, or you have to wear
Yeah.
the same boots?
No, you can wear
different
whatever
coloured
you want.
boots.
But if you're down back, you look at most of the backmen. They keep it very
Yeah.
black.
Because they're
Black's
not
just-
flashy.
Black's honest.
yeah,
Black's an
black's
honest
honest. It goes
the
with
forwards and
everything.
mids,
Just
they
get the
can wear the
work done.
flary stuff
Yeah.
with the black.
It doesn't
boots
really go
honest.
with your colour story, though, does it?
Who's
like
the-
blue or yellow, and then like with the harsh black, unless there was
no, I
something
agree with
black.
that.
Who's
parent
got the
or-
hilarious boots at West Coast?
Liam Ryan normally has
Yeah,
got
okay.
the hilarious
Well,
ones. He loves it, and rightly so.
Yeah.
What brand boots do you wear?
Oh, I wear Asics, so just try to keep it as dark as possible.
Workman-like as possible.
Yeah.
What boots did you used to wear?
Kind of changed. Mine kind of changed. I think, first up, we were with Nike for a while, and then we moved to Adidas, and then we went with Reebok. I think in the end I finished with Reebok.
Yeah, Dad, the Copa Mundials, I think they were called.
Yeah, Puma. Adidas.
Dad
Copas.
swore by them. And
Oh,
then
really?
he showed me them, and they're literally like a piece of cardboard. They are the flattest pair of boots you've ever seen. They look like
There's
the most.
no arch
but Dad
support.
swore by them. He's
They're
done,
top
"Mate,
selling."
these are the best boots ever. You need to just get
No
them.
shock
Don't worry about anything else.
absorption.
Now
Amazing.
it's
Just
heel
put some-
raisers.
Just
and-
put some thumbtacks on the bottom of his feet.
literally.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
News from your street.
Just to recap, Nathan, of the top story tonight. What was the story from your street?
Okay, my street. The news from my street is apparently we have a significant drug dealer problem, which has necessitated a sign being put up right outside of my house. By the way, haven't seen one drug dealer. We've had a bagpipist move in next door to Michelle from Piara Waters, and Michelle from Mindari, she went over and adjusted her neighbour's security light, said that it wasn't them, and then found out afterwards they had a video recording of her doing it.
That was fantastic, actually.
Let's move on to Sylvia from Joondalup. Hello, Sylvia.
Hi, how are you?
Great,
Good,
Sil.
Sil.
All right, news from your street, Sil.
Okay, so I live in a small cul-de-sac, and we've got a lady that lives across the road from us, and she practices voodoo and talking in tongues.
Voodoo?
She does that in her backyard.
Oh.
So we hear everything, and it can get quite, it's quite interesting, but also daunting, and can get quite frightening. But not only that,
Yeah.
she has this big shed where she has people coming, and she more or less has set up her own church.
Yes.
And they break in, they sing, and then they break into chanting and voodoo, and and all sorts
Black
of stuff.
magic.
So the whole street
my God,
has to listen to
Sil.
that, and she has actually invited us over.
Oh,
get in there, mate.
No, because I won't go, I've declined. She now calls me the bad neighbour. So,
Oh, Sil, she'll put a needle in your
Of
bloody
course
doll.
she will. You
have
know
to-
that there is one of you. Like, there's an outfit that's gone missing off your washing line. She's taken one of your dresses, made a little dress of the voodoo doll, and
Yeah.
that is about to get pinned in the head.
Have you had any?
I've wondered why I've got back pain.
Yeah, you get a
Sil.
few sharp pains every now. That Sylvia, that's pretty full on. That's during the day, Sylv. Is this neighbour just a
Yes.
normal, going to work type
Yes.
of person? And then this is what
Actually,
they do.
I don't even know. I'm too scared. Like when she's out there, I'm too scared to go out there because I'm scared she's going to get a voodoo doll of me and start jabbing
No,
it
she's
in
got
my
one.
back.
She's got one.
she'll
Don't worry
be
about
jabbing
that.
it
Yeah,
right
she
now.
has.
Sil.
But it's mainly on the weekends or late afternoon, and other than that, the house is very quiet. But when we see lots of cars, people coming and going, we know that there's going to be a church session, and them singing.
You know
The
what?
singing is beautiful, but it's when they break out into chanting and all this.
And slaughter the
speaking in
chicken, of
tongues.
course.
Yeah,
that's,
of
that's
course.
a terrifying thing. And then
Better paint their faces in blood.
Exactly, which is what we all know about voodoo. That's insane. When someone is doing a meeting like that in your street, next door to my
like
place,
that.
before the new places were built, there was an old house and that had laugh therapy. In there. So my neighbours were telling me just before I moved in, they just stopped just before I moved in, but there was just like 20 or 30 people in there forced laughing. That was happening during the day. Forced laughing. Unbelievable stuff.
That is
That
unbelievable.
was a great story log there. Thanks, Sil. And let's go to our final reporter for the morning. She is in Brabham and her name is Katie. Hello, Katie.
Hi,
Hi,
how
good
are you?
Morning, Katie.
Fantastic.
What's going on in your street, Katie?
Well, I'm building at the moment in Brabham a townhouse, and my cat passed away, and I didn't know what to do with the body.
Yeah. Yes.
And I had been on there's actually only 2 Tinder dates with a guy, and he said, oh, well, why don't you go and bury it at your block? All the sand is all ready, we can go bury it there.
Yeah.
So we go to the block, we're digging a hole, I'm standing there with the body bag, and someone drives past, and I said, oh no, I think like one of my neighbours has seen me. He said, no, they haven't seen you, don't worry about it. About 10 months later, I found a few of the girls on Instagram, we're in a group chat, and she says, did I drive past and see someone burying a body?
And it was you.
Me.
But it's okay because we put a concrete slab over the top of it. Like you're learning.
Oldest trick in the book.
Exactly.
The police will always come and look under that concrete. It'll be 10 years later, but they'll find that cat. Can I just say, isn't that disturbing, like, to know that your new name? So imagine that. I think that's the girl that's bought that property. She's building on here, and then you see her late at night burying a dead cat in the ground.
That is
For no
disturbing.
particular reason.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
The Coronation.
Yes.
You guys excited?
It's fairly mournful tune.
Nathan, you're excited. You have to be, don't you?
Oh, look,
if
I'm
anyone's
happy for
excited,
him.
it's you, surely.
Yeah,
You're
I'm-
on board with all this stuff, aren't you?
I'm happy for him. I think it's good. I think it's good. I think
I'm okay.
I would not in a million years go there. I think it looks so boring,
Yeah.
all of it. Pageantry, you know what I mean? Oh.
I don't think that we should. I think we should be a republic, so
Yeah.
it doesn't excite me. I'm certainly not going to be setting time aside to watch it.
I'm not going to pledge my allegiance,
No.
which
no.
is what he wanted everyone to
Hilariously optimistic
funny,
is
isn't
what
it?
we would.
Yeah.
Anyway, our woman on the spot in London at the moment is none other than Channel 7's Susanna Carr. And you can watch the action on Channel 7 tomorrow from 2:30 if that's the way you want to go. We caught up with Susie before the show this morning. Let's have a listen.
Queen Sue.
Yeah, the only royalty we need.
Yeah, that's right,
Susanna
Sue.
Carr.
Yeah, exactly.
How you going over there at the moment,
Sure.
mate? How's the build-up?
It is building. I have to say, it is building. There are a lot of tourists here too, and a lot of people camping out.
Oh,
Oh,
Gosh, I hear that you've tried the Coronation quiche, which we don't agree with because
the
it has
beans.
beans in it.
Yes, and the price of eggs is extortionate. So,
How is the Coronation quiche?
Well, the interesting thing is,
I thought, what a terrible combination of ingredients. But
Yeah.
I it actually tasted okay.
Oh, really?
Did you have to add anything to make sure you can get it down?
Tomato sauce.
Yes.
You wait and watch the story.
Okay.
Story on Saturday.
You're really putting your body on the line for this story too, Susanna. I love that.
Hey, Sue, I want to know about some of the articles that might be getting written and the TV you watch over there about King Charles's coronation. You read some articles around the place, and there's a lot of negativity. The cost, whether he's the
the
how
cost
people
is
are
a
going to
big
drop
one, I
over,
think.
drop off. Sorry, the royal family. What are they saying over there?
Well, it's certainly not as it was when the Queen was around. It's really changed, and there's a group who keep turning up at various occasions waving those "Not My King" placards.
Yeah.
And that never happened when the Queen appeared anywhere. It seems to have really come to the fore with Charles, and so they're making their presence felt. It'll be interesting to see what happens on the day, because I think even people who aren't madly in favour of the royals still like a parade, and it's going to be pretty spectacular to look at if it's not raining, which is an entire possibility. And apparently records show that about the last 5 coronations it has rained each time. The chances of it happening again are quite strong, and the forecasts are not looking great. But anything can happen with English weather, as you know.
That's
Of
right.
course.
Yeah, and Nat and I were talking about it this morning about how it would have been a real thing for King Charles to turn around and look at this state of the economy and go, okay, we're going to pare this right down. And that would have been a real historical thing.
I mean, did you read that amazing statistic about, I think it was King George IV, which was around the 1830s.
Yeah.
At his coronation, they spent £250,000 on the lunch, and in today's terms, that's $27 million
On the lunch.
on the lunch.
That sounds like the RBA dinner that they had in Perth the
that's
other
right.
night.
So what you're saying, Sue, is that this is a pared back coronation by historical standards. Is that what you're saying?
Well, if everybody's getting a bit of quiche, it certainly is fair.
Hey, Sue, where will you be stationed? Have you already picked your spot, you guys? Is it similar to when you were over there for the wedding?
It's exactly where we were for the funeral.
Oh,
We're right in those tents right opposite Buckingham Palace.
Yeah,
We
okay.
have got the best view in the house.
Oh,
we
really?
really do. I think we have to be in situ at 5:30 or 6 or something, because there's going to be a lockdown of loads of streets, and so we've got to go in there and get made up and everything in the media city.
Yep.
And we'll be there probably about 12 hours on Saturday. The media area is so well organised with cabins and portaloos and a huge great tanker full of drinking water. And
Once again, I think that's over the top. I want to see Sue like squatting behind a tree.
yes, and just filming it on her iPhone the whole procession.
I still haven't worked out what colour to wear. I don't know what the protocol is for a coronation.
Oh, good call.
What do you reckon?
Well, I mean,
know.
so purple. I think you can't, because that's like a bit on the nose for royalty.
That's the regal,
isn't it?
yeah.
That's a bit like going to a wedding in white, isn't
Yes,
it?
and you're not a Dockers fan, so that's never going to fly.
I really did like that white outfit you had on last night. I think you look really good in white.
Yeah, but
so
she
it's
wore
very
that
fresh.
yesterday
I know,
now.
but
People
I don't know.
I could do white again. I've got another white outfit. I've got a suitcase full of outfits.
Well, Sue, we look forward to
Absolutely.
seeing you. It's going to be amazing, obviously, and you'll do a super job.
And also, Sue, you just must be amazed about the world events and historical moments that you have attended during your career. That must blow your mind.
There've been some pretty good ones, I have to say.
Mate.
I've been really, really lucky. Yeah, really lucky.
I love that when they think royalty, they think you, because it makes sense to us, that's for sure.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
It's like having royalty in the house,
is.
isn't it?
So nice, isn't it?
Performing at the
know.
Regal, indeed, this Friday and Saturday. Tickets from StephenKAmos.com. Stephen K. Amos.
Oh my goodness! It's
Welcome back.
Thank you so much. It's so wonderful to be out here and amazing to be performing at the Regal.
I know.
At the weekend of the coronation,
Coronation.
of my long distance cousin, the King.
Are you a
no.
mad monarchist?
Am I a mad monarchist? I can't bear any of them.
No, same.
I'm joking. I was asked to do something for them, but I said no. I can't marry into your family. No, I'm going to be here. But I might even watch it on television.
You've done stuff for the royal family, though, wouldn't you? I've danced for the Queen.
Oh my God, they begged me, and I said, of course.
So royal variety performances and that kind of thing.
That kind of thing. They're so grand. The good thing about them is that they're a fundraising event.
Yep.
But the people who go there wearing black tie, all very smart, they pay a lot of money for their tickets. And if you go there and you tell a joke, the entire audience look at the royal box.
To see if they're allowed to laugh.
Seal of approval.
What do you think of the coronation quiche? We don't agree with beans being put in a quiche.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, we all know there's a cost of living crisis. They're trying to put the basics in there. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
I know, but there's an egg shortage in the UK.
Yes. Do you know, it's so weird coming. We've just taken the leaf out of your books, right?
Yes.
Years ago, I came here, and the headlines back then were like, "There's no bananas." I was like, "What? What? No bananas on the front page?" I'm like, "Really?" And I got back home.
It was a flood in Carnarvon. That's what it was.
Yeah. And then basically, when I left London, there's a huge shortage of fruit and veg in the UK.
Yeah.
And of course, we also, you may know this as well, in the last year, we had about 4 British prime ministers.
Yes,
because that's how we calculate time now.
And also, you're pissed off Europe.
Well, yes, of course.
And that's where everything's grown, right?
Well, exactly. But the revolving door of prime ministers came from you guys. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh my goodness, what a good idea. Let's take that on board.
Can I say the funniest shortage for me has just happened recently, and that's the frozen chips shortage.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. That's been huge over here.
People were panicking.
I mean, that's a proper crisis.
It's like, I love a chip, but there were some people that obviously chips are an important daily part of their routine.
Chip?
No, I like chips.
Who loves a chip?
No, I
That's
like
weird.
chips. Don't get me wrong.
He means like the royal chip.
Like,
The royal chip, Stephen.
Can you imagine going to, you say, what's it, Big Mac or Burger King? What's that called?
Yeah, Hungry Jack's.
Hungry Jack's, and going, can I have a meal deal? And they go, no chips. What?
What about a chip?
Yeah.
My favourite is someone going to get like a Big Mac meal or whatever, and then they ask for a Diet Coke. It's like, come on. Come on.
Hey, Steve, you're talking about the Prime Ministers. We're just actually, I think it was a couple of days ago, we were talking about the Prime Minister that lasted a month. What was her name again?
Liz Truss.
So Liz she's under pressure at the moment being investigated because she went to the estate because she was getting herself ready, and she just went absolutely mental, £12,000 or £11,000. Do you think that's okay? If you get voted in...
Yeah.
Can you have your moment and just go nuts?
Absolutely. Yeah. You have to do it. Do you know what I mean? And let's not forget that Liz Truss was the Prime Minister at the time when Her Majesty sort of,
Yes.
And there are rumours saying that...
That's
Truss.
I
mean, I'm not going to start those rumours, but Liz Truss. I mean, there's a connection, isn't there?
There's royal blood on her hands.
Absolutely.
Obviously. Have you stolen many things when you've been staying places? Because you're in a rife position to be able to flog stuff from certain places that you're doing gigs in.
I'd like to say the word that if anything in a hotel room is yours at that moment. Do you know what I mean? I've taken a hotel room. I've taken a bed. I've taken a television.
They take a robe,
I've taken many robes.
Yes,
you know, I do that thing of going, oh, there's a robe not in my room. It's missing. And they bring robes up every day.
Oh, nice.
And I gift them at Christmas.
So you
That's
go
not a bad
there,
idea.
so you get into the room and you say there's no robe.
Yeah, and you've hidden it
Then
under
they
the
bring
bed
a
or
robe
something.
up, so you've already established the fact that there was never a robe.
Absolutely.
That is very clever.
I kid you not, my bathroom at home is beautiful. I haven't bought shower gel or shampoo.
Can I
for
say,
years.
in Hong Kong, I stayed at a hotel called, my name's Nathan, of course, called the Nathan Hotel, and I took everything that wasn't pinned down, because now I've got Nathan Hotel slippers, Nathan Hotel toothbrushes. It's the best thing ever.
I just came back from Maldives just a couple of weeks ago with my wife for her birthday,
here we
right?
go.
Anyway, when we got there, as soon as we got there, she started nicking all the coffee pots and all the hair stuff and that. And I was so embarrassed, but she kept just going. In the end, she was the people come in every day and they put some Pringles in there. She's got, the kids would love these. You can't take Pringles home.
And also, the kids can get Pringles at home.
Exactly.
Like, it's not like that.
That reminds me, like, I don't drink coffee, but my friends who come to my house to drink coffee, and I've been staying in a lovely sort of apartment hotel in Melbourne, and they have a lovely, expensive Nespresso machine,
Yeah,
and they replenish it every day. So I've just got these, the little capsule things?
the capsule pods,
I've got about 100 that I'm taking back to London. Somebody stop me.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun in podcast form.
Stephen K. Amos is in the house, everybody, and we told him to, check out a few things in our office.
Yeah.
What'd you find?
I saw, the first thing I spotted was an array of plastic bottles that have been wowing the youth in the United Kingdom.
Here too.
And the news footage of kids storming supermarkets,
Yes.
begging their parents for this item called, I'll spell it for the non-clever at home, PRIME. And I saw them in your office and I thought, oh my God. And there's multiple flavours.
Yes.
I thought, if I don't take one of these home.
You can take one.
I'm two. If I don't take two of these home, then my nephews would probably disown me because this is the close. I mean, I'm not into fads or whatever, but honestly, the hype that these got, this is now I know. Now I know the power of social media and TikToking and all this business because this was changing hands.
And also,
£100.
Same here.
None of the kids care about the liquid in there. They just care about the bottle.
To be seen with the bottle.
My mate Popey got me these from Esperance because here in Perth you could not buy them. So then he went to the shops in Esperance and he said none of the fad, the frenzy behind it hadn't caught up for the kids.
It
down
just stopped
there.
at Wave Rock.
Yeah. So which two are you going to take? Which two
I
flavours?
saw the double ones that you had. You've got another orange one, and you've got another. I think there's lemon lime.
We've never tasted it. It's quite open.
That other one, which is I've tasted this one a few weeks ago. It is disgusting.
Okay, you take that one home. Pick one. What are we going to do?
Take which one home?
No. You can take whatever you want
one.
home. But if we got doubles of the lime and doubles of the orange,
Yes.
open one. Let's have a taste.
Oh, yeah.
I've
let's
never
do
tasted
this.
it.
Okay, we're going to go for the lime. But you know what? Should we do this or not? Auction it off for $1,000?
Oh,
No, we don't need the
you
money.
can get them now.
Sean's got heaps of money,
Sean's
so
got
it's
heaps
fine.
of money.
Oh, yeah.
Very well.
Right, here goes. Wow. Should I try it first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
There's the lime one.
Yeah. Is it any good?
I can't even taste lime.
Oh, of course.
What
you're
can you
gonna
taste?
lime.
I can taste dirty water.
That is disgusting.
It's a sugar fest, isn't it?
Oh my God. That is.
I love how we're all drinking out of the same bottle.
Remember
No
COVID
problems
safe?
here.
Well, it's a little bit of cooler cordial.
Yeah, but
Smells like full of cordial.
you know what? You could make another 4 bottles out of that with water because that is too
good.
strong. That is too strong a cordial.
Oh, it's gross.
No, there's other
you're
ones
not
that are
drinking
worse.
it.
That
for
can't
the-
be good for you.
You're not drinking it for
It does
the,
feel like there's
taste.
a lot of sugar in there.
Yeah.
That's not the low sugar one, is it? It's got a horrible aftertaste.
Oh. Anyway, well done, kids. What's next?
Right,
Well
then I
done,
also
Logan Paul.
found something I think quite interesting.
Yeah.
There was an array of plastic swords.
Yes.
And I'm trying to wonder whether there was some sort of Xena the Warrior Princess.
A great reference.
I don't know. Well, or some sort of, what's that where they pull the sword out? The
Sword of the Stone.
Excalibur.
Excalibur. I thought maybe it's that.
But you saw many swords.
But I
right?
saw many,
swords,
yes. So I'm
I
wondering
licked
what's...
that many swords thing.
Well, firstly, I have a link to Xena Warrior Princess. So I come from Kalgoorlie, and she worked on the mines there for a while.
Lucy Lawless?
Yeah, before she
Is that
was...
true?
Yeah, yeah.
I was going to be so rude just then.
What?
She's a big girl. She
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
She like
She's a warrior.
yeah,
She's
she's
a
like an
warrior
Amazon woman.
princess.
Yeah,
It's
she's a
in the
warrior
title.
princess.
Well, I know that.
I wouldn't go from the Olsen twins to play her.
I thought it was CGI. I thought she was really tiny.
No, she's in the open cut mines, like lifting
Yes.
boulders and throwing them. And I go, I found some gold here. She did that, didn't
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
She did.
absolutely did that.
Yeah, that was like her war cry.
Yeah.
All right, so
I
did,
don't even know why did we have
Game of Thrones.
It was
what's
a
that?
Game of Thrones. They made it like a fake.
Game of Thrones chair.
Yeah.
The
throne.
The throne.
all right, fun fact, never seen Game of Thrones.
Fun fact, me either.
Wow.
I
is
know,
that
we're the
weird?
only two in the world.
It's weird.
That's
So
sick.
strange.
Star Wars?
I mean, I have seen.
You've never seen Star
I've seen the
Wars?
Star
original
Wars.
What are
3.
you talking about?
Do you know,
patchy after that.
sci-fi for me doesn't really,
Yeah, me either.
love
Do you know,
sci-fi.
you know what I've got? You know what I've got that you probably don't have?
What?
An imagination. I make my own stories up in my head.
Wow, I'm being
Yeah,
attacked.
that was
Right.
attacked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
being
that was-
attacked.
that's
Now,
been
being-
full on.
now he's hitting me with his
plastic
sword.
Oh, hello.
And you brought in one last thing.
One last thing, which is very, very agreeable. It's very soft in my hand. It looks like a breast, I guess, and a nipple. It looks
No,
like.
well,
It is.
It is.
It
I
is
got
it?
that from my travels in Hong Kong, and I went past because I'd never had much time with my hands on her breast. So I wanted to bring her back and say, Shaun, is this right? And Shaun said, yeah, no worries. Then he took off in the toilets with her for two hours. But
just
this here has now transformed. It's like a stress ball, but it's got a nipple on it, right? So this here is now the mood boob. So we put it in our office, and if the nipple is facing up, everything's okay. But if you walk in and the nipple's facing down, the office is in distress. So that's
how you know.
You just enter gingerly.
Right. Yeah. So this is your sort of take on feng shui, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, nip shui.
Why don't you just come in the office in a good mood? How about that?
When Shaun comes in the office, he's in a good mood.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
We do have Julia Cartagena in the studio at the moment. She is a psychic medium and tarot card reader, and she's going to give Nathan a reading. Oh, we've got the enchanted music going as well. Now, Julia, Nathan has asked a question about love.
Well, no, you two did.
We did.
Sorry, he's laid out some cards. What are they telling you?
Okay. So, Nathan, the first thing that I've been told for you is that you need to be very, very clear with what you're looking for in terms of love and have specific boundaries around what that is, okay? You know, whatever is going on for you around love, they're just saying that there's like a little bit of a step back at the moment, but that is about to change.
Oh.
It's been quite the step back, Julia, for many, many years.
Yeah, last time we went on a date was 10 years.
Many years. I must be building a really big succession empire.
Crescendo.
Waystar.
You were also at a crescendo in your life, so it may not be at that point right now, but come just before your birthday.
Yeah.
And I keep getting for you that there's a massive thing with a lot of change.
Good change?
Good change.
Okay.
Yes, good change.
Oh, a crescendo makes it sound like, because that's a big build-up, but then there's a downhill after that.
Yeah, well, let's not.
We're not talking about that, are we? Okay, great.
Also, there's a point at the moment as well for you where you're going to start to realise that there's certain people in your life that should be in your life and that shouldn't be in your life as well. Because I'm getting a couple of people that you need to kind of walk away from. There's two sitting over there.
Hey, that's a fair
Don't worry,
point.
that dawned on me a while ago.
Yes, hardly breaking news there, Julia.
Yeah.
They're saying to me August, September time is when things are going to actually change for you in your life.
Oh.
Okay, in a transformative way. So,
Okay.
And it's not just around, we're talking about love here, but they just said to me it's not just around love, it's also around your work and around what you're wanting in your life.
Whoa.
Sorry, they also just packed up boxes for me as well. So I don't know if there's a move for you that's happening, but I've got boxes in front of me.
You're going to clear out your dad's shed.
When people get fired, they come in with a box.
No.
As we know, it's been a tough couple of weeks now.
You're not being fired.
Julia, one of the cards that Nathan drew was the Hermit.
Yes.
Does that mean what we think it means?
In regards to
is that the Netflix and binge
Hermit card?
No.
There you go.
The Hermit is around you understanding yourself, and it's usually taking a step back on things. That's why I was saying to you there's a lot of self-reflection. But even I got that for you even without drawing these cards. It's a point of understanding, who you are at this point in your life.
Yeah, right. So is there love? So love is coming. There is love is coming, but what I'm taking
August,
from you is I've got to be open for it and put myself in a situation to receive it.
Yes.
Which I don't do.
Yes.
I don't. No, I know that's part of the problem.
Sort of.
There's heaps of different parts.
What percentage? I'm not sure, but
Tapestry,
it's
which
there.
is the problem. All right. So is that love? Are we
That's
done,
love,
we're done love?
but it's saying that, you've got a lot of exciting people coming into your life. So, it's not just... Sometimes it's not about focusing on one person, but letting other people in so that you can self-explore, who they are for you.
Okay. Now, quickly, can we do something on career? Because my career would be tied towards, I'm guessing, Nat and Shaun's career. Natalie and I have been on air 20 years.
Yes.
Shaun's 13.
Yes.
And that's a long time in radio. We feel like we could keep going, but what is the universe
Maybe the cards
saying?
have got other ideas.
Yes.
Very important. Good question.
Okay. There's a lot of magic around what you three actually bring. But I am getting...
We tell people that all the time. And
we always say
God.
this is the Hogwarts of
By magic,
Perth.
you mean very hard work, right?
Very hard work. The cards that have come out are amazing.
Are they?
It's around really good partnership with people.
We've got the Two of Fire and we've got the
Two of
Nine of
Fire,
Water.
Surely they cancel one another out.
No. 9 of Water's wishes come true.
Oh.
You guys are like the dream team right now.
Oh, wow.
So-
Not one radio award.
Not one.
Not one. Not one.
No. But I do get a parting of ways with one person.
Who is it?
We're all looking
Who
around
do you
the room
reckon
at
it
one
is?
another.
Okay, so one of us is going to leave.
One.
When?
I don't know yet, but one will be going.
So do you mean one of our greater team? Because I'm looking at Ellie
Or one of the
Petrovic.
three.
One of the three.
One of the three.
One of the three.
And is it a choice or are we being pushed?
No, it's not a choice.
Oh,
See you,
someone's
Sean.
getting fired. Someone's getting
No, I didn't say it.
Okay, so the only way out is fired or dead. Oh.
No choice.
Okay, this is interesting. All right.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
We're discussing the things that can go wrong, the injuries you can sustain when you're hooking up.
Yes. That's why Natalie and I don't do it.
Yeah,
it's
that's
too
true.
dangerous.
Neither with one another nor with anyone else.
No, ill. Hi, Erin.
Hello.
Hi, Erin.
All right, so it sounds like a dangerous thing, being intimate with
It
somebody.
is.
Tell me, what happened?
So I'd been seeing this guy for a few weeks now, and we were sort of getting hot and heavy on the couch and thought we should move this into the bedroom. So we're doing that, romantic walk where you're still kissing and walking.
Which always looks easier on the movies, doesn't it? But in reality, there's like a lot of feet and there's a lot of arms.
Yeah, and there's a height differential.
Yeah, and there's the hall.
So I was walking backwards and we managed to get into the bedroom, and as I've sort of gone to lie back on the bed, I've completely misjudged where it is and I've missed the bed and I've gone straight off the side and smacked onto the floor, and I've actually knocked myself out. But it gets better. But as I've gone to fall, I've realised, hang on, there's no bed. So I've grabbed his shirt, and as I've gone down, so then he's, lost his balance more. So then to try and save himself, he's kind of moved, he's falling as well. So he didn't want to land on me. So he's kind of gone over and he smacked his head on the bedside table and split his head open.
Oh, my God.
So you were knocked out.
2 head injuries in one hit.
Yeah, so I'm out cold on the ground and he's lying half over me and holding me, rolling over, holding his head.
And bleeding.
And I've sort of woken up to blood going, oh my gosh, what happened? Is that me? Am I bleeding? Oh my God. Yeah, completely have no idea, memory loss, no idea what happened. How I got to where I did. So that kind of killed the mood really fast.
I bet.
What if he had knocked himself out too, and then an hour later on, both of you's woken up and you're like, did we do it?
Here?
Was that good for you? I don't know. Was you? Was I?
Well, at least we put in.
Yeah.
We could both say we put in.
Exactly. Still together, Erin?
We're good friends, but no, that kind of fizzled it.
That was the end of that.
But
it was just too dangerous for you to...
Does he have a scar on his head from when he hit it on the bedside table?
Yeah, he does. He has about an inch scar, straight down the middle of his forehead.
Oh, that's a good scar.
I tell you what, that is a good scar story. That's a good one.
That's a good one. Thanks, Erin. Blair, hello.
Hi.
Hey, Blair.
Hello, Blair. Did you sustain an injury whilst hooking up?
Sadly, I did. I got a brand new spa, and my partner at the time thought it'd be a great idea to christen it.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to get in and have a little bit of fun, and as we were, my knees were rubbing up and against the side, and I'm not thinking anything but, oh, that's a bit burny, don't know what's going on. As we finished, I get out, and I look, and it's third-degree burns on my knees.
Oh! Basically got fiberglass burn. Wow.
Yeah, and the worst part was I couldn't walk for 2 days. So I
That's a fair session there, Blair.
When I was walking the dog.
You filthy liar, for starters.
Can I just tell you, anyone that has any injury to their knees, they're the things you want to cover, because straight away people go, no, you hurt your knees,
Yes,
did you?
exactly. It's pretty
exactly.
obvious how you did that. Not walking the dog, I'll tell you right
Wearing
now.
pants the whole time, Blair, from then on?
No, yeah.
No short skirt.
Wow.
Okay.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.